Enchantress here with another video where I'm going to be talking about my expectations and hopes for Comic-Con as well as just for the Suicide Squad line in as a whole from Hot Toys. So yeah, so originally this video in my mind started out as like an expectations and hopes for Comic-Con just in general, and then I kind of focused it to Hot Toys, and then I decided to focus it again to Suicide Squad, just because that's, I think, going to be Hot Toys' main focus at Comic-Con. It's obviously a movie that's supposed to be very big, has a ton of buzz in the fan community, as well as I've seen a lot of people who aren't big fans of comic book movies, but seem to be looking really forward to this movie as well. So I do think that this movie is going to do quite well, and I think that Hot Toys is definitely going to be focusing on it at Comic-Con, especially since the movie comes out just weeks after Comic-Con, and it's perfect timing for that, and I definitely think that there's enough characters in it as well that Hot Toys can really focus on this one specific movie, which they really couldn't do for Ant-Man because there was only 2 characters last year. So let's get talking about it. I'm going to be talking about just basically all the characters and their different looks and what I expect and what I hope from Hot Toys and things like that. We have seen our first Suicide Squad figure just this morning from filming this. At the time of filming this, we've only seen one, and it'll be interesting to see if we see any more before Comic-Con comes out. I do suspect that we will get 1 or 2 more figures before we actually see what they have on display at Comic-Con. But let's get talking about it here. I've laid out a little image of basically every single character from Suicide Squad that could possibly be made. Some of these are, I definitely don't think are going to be made, but, here's all the characters that could be, basically. So let's talk about it just in order. There we have Deadshot. Deadshot is obviously going to be made. There's basically 3 figures that will be made. There's no question about it. As far as the rest, though, there is a bit of ambiguity. There's a bit of a question as to whether or not they're going to be making them. But starting off with Deadshot, he's obviously going to be made. He's going to be one of the main focuses of the movie, played by the most recognizable actor, of course, being Will Smith, and he's just a really big character in general. Very looking forward to that figure. He's definitely going to be made, even though. And also, Hot Toys has not confirmed any Suicide Squad figure aside from the Asylum Joker. They've only confirmed that they have the license. So all of these are just my guesses. So don't take anything I'm saying as 100% truth. It's just from my experience with Hot Toys. This is what I expect and what I hope for, basically. So Deadshot, I think, will definitely be made. It'll be interesting to see if we do get both head sculpts. I think we're definitely going to get a masked one. But as of recent, Hot Toys has been not giving us the actors' face sculpts for characters that really should come with them. Being Kylo Ren, the face sculpt is really necessary for Kylo Ren, and also for Black Panther. Black Panther doesn't have the face sculpt of T'Challa, which doesn't make any sense either. Both of those characters had the masks off a lot of the time, so it will be interesting to see what they do. I think that they definitely will give us a Will Smith head sculpt, though, because he's Will Smith, and I think that 90% of the time he won't have his mask on, so that'll be nice to do, and I'm definitely going to get that Deadshot. Then we have Killer Croc. Killer Croc's in a maybe kind of area. He's just under the 3 main ones, basically. I think that he will be made if they decide to branch out of their 3 main characters. So I would like to see him, and I do hope that they do him with the hoodie and everything like that. Although the shirt-off look would be cool, I prefer him with the hoodie. I think that it gives a more interesting look, so yeah. And if they do him, I will definitely be picking up Killer Croc. Then we have the Jokers. We already have the Asylum Joker, but we have 3 more costumes that they could do for Joker. They could do the silver suit, the purple crocodile jacket, as well as the tuxedo. The purple crocodile jacket, I think, is an absolute for sure. They're definitely going to do it, in my opinion, I think. It's an easy one for them to do, and they've already sculpted the pants and the legs and everything, and they could use the same head sculpt from that other Joker. So I think that that's a must-have, or that's one that they're definitely going to do. And I believe that my guess is you will be able to remove the jacket, and he will have fully sculpted arms and everything with the tattoos on it to have a shirtless version as well. So I think you're going to get a basically 2-in-1 with that Joker being shirtless and with the purple jacket. That's one that I'll definitely be getting as well, because that's kind of what I consider, at least from what we've seen in this movie, that's what I consider as the classic Joker from this movie. And the tuxedo one, I think that is a very good chance that we're going to get. Who knows if they resculpt a new face, but I think that the tuxedo one is definitely one that they're going to do. They're going to milk the Joker. He's obviously a huge character, and they've milked it with Heath Ledger, as well as even the Jack Nicholson. We got a mime version of him, so I think for sure we're going to get a tuxedo one. A silver suit one. As far as the tuxedo one there, all the way on the right, that one I don't know if we're going to get. I would imagine that he doesn't wear that very much in the movie, probably for just one shot, basically. But it is an easy thing for them to do. They just have to do a tuxedo. So because of that, they could do him. Although if they weren't going to do one of these, it would be the tuxedo one, I think. So overall, I think that we will get at least 2 more Jokers, maybe even 3. Then we have Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang is in the same league as Killer Croc in my mind. I think that if they do branch out of Deadshot, Joker, and Harley Quinn, then they will go with Captain Boomerang and Killer Croc. That's my guesses. So, again, I would think that there's a chance that they'll do Killer Croc, although they might just restrict themselves to those 3 and just milk those 3 characters as much as possible. But we'll have to see. If they do Captain Boomerang, I'm definitely going to get him. Captain Boomerang was a character that I wasn't super excited for until the second trailer came out that seemed to kind of focus on him and focus on a bit of his comedy. And I am very excited for that character since that trailer. Then we have El Diablo. I think that El Diablo is right under Captain Boomerang and Killer Croc. I think that he's one that could be made, but only after they make those other 5. So I think it's possible, but not super likely. I think that if we do get a El Diablo, that's just kind of a clear sign that they will do the entire team, basically. If they do him, I think that I probably would get him just to have the full team. However, character-wise himself, I wouldn't be too excited because costume-wise, he doesn't have anything super special going on, as well as his fire accessories. I doubt Hot Toys is going to do anything extreme with those. Probably just, very close to Scarlet Witch, where he comes with 2 fire accessories. With fire and everything, they could do so much more with characters like that, with like flame bases and things, but they just don't. So overall, I think it's not going to be a figure that I'd be super excited for, but I would get to complete the team, basically. Then we move on to Harley Quinn. This is the other character that I think is going to be an absolute must-have. They're definitely going to do. They'll do her regular version for sure, and I believe that you will be able to take off the jacket so that you can have her without the jacket on, because she does sport that in the film quite a lot. So I think that's a definite we're going to get. And then there's 3 other versions. I only have 2 of them pictured, but there's 3 other versions of Harley Quinn that they could do. There's a prisoner outfit. There's her dress that we see her in at this club, as you can see the picture I have here, where she's kind of like on the pole there. She wears that in that scene as well as in Joker's car. And then there's also her Harleen Quinzel as a psychiatrist, her normal clothes. Now, before, last night, I would have thought that they wouldn't do the Harleen Quinzel. However, showing the Asylum Joker and how he comes with the diorama and the chair, I think that there's a fair chance they could do the Harleen Quinzel to basically be an accompanying piece to that Joker. That Joker is slated as a Toy Fair exclusive and not a Comic-Con one. So if they do some more Comic-Con exclusives, I think that the Harleen Quinzel could be a definite possibility that's basically meant to go along with that Joker. So you never know, and beforehand I wouldn't have thought so, but since they did the Asylum Joker, there is a chance of it now. As far as these other Harley Quinns, I think that if we do get more, other than the regular Harley and Harleen Quinzel, I think that we'll probably just get one of these. Whether it's the dress or the prisoner outfit, I'm not 100% sure, but I would guess that it would be the prisoner outfit. That way they wouldn't have to really do much with the hair as far as sculpting. With the other one, her hair is a bit different, and the costume is pretty simple. However, with like movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, I would have said that the costume is so simple that it would have been easier for them to do that. However, they didn't do it with Guardians of the Galaxy, even though they did show Rocket Raccoon's prisoner outfit in one of their preview images, but we never ended up getting it. So who knows? There's a possibility we'll get one of these 2 Harley Quinns, but I doubt it. But we'll definitely get the regular one, and we'll probably get 1 or 2 more variations of her. Then we go to Enchantress. Now, Enchantress is a wild card for sure, because there's reasons that I can see why they would make her and reasons why they would skip her. First of all, her role in the film is unknown for the most part. Yeah, we obviously know how she becomes the Enchantress, but we don't know in what capacity she's going to be used and what she's going to be doing. There is a chance that she might end up being the main villain of the film, considering there seems to be a lot of mystical, magical elements happening in some of the shots from the trailer, as well as the kind of faceless army that they're fighting are obviously not real people. So there is a good chance that she, being a magical character, is the one doing that, and she is the main villain of the film. I'm hoping for that. I would love to see her be the main villain, and that would be super awesome. And if she is the main villain, I would think that there would be a good chance that they would make her. The only other thing that I think, and if she's not the main villain, then I don't think there's a good chance they're going to make her, because she's not a part of the Suicide Squad, so she'll probably just be kind of a side character, just kind of doing her own thing, I would think. Similar to what I think they're going to do with the Tattoo Man. If she's not the main villain, Tattoo Man will probably be the main villain, but since there's no marketing on him whatsoever, I doubt that that's going to be the case. But then another reason why I don't think that they're going to, or why they could not make her, is her costume. It's very hard for them to do, being the fact that she's really wearing nothing except for jewelry. She doesn't have a single piece of cloth on her, if I'm not mistaken, and she simply has jewelry that kind of covers up some of her parts. She kind of has a kind of gold bra on, and kind of like a somewhat of a skirt. It's kind of like a skirt in the back. However, it's mainly just underwear in the front, and then she has jewels that kind of connect those pieces throughout her body, which means that she's really exposed, which means it's really hard for them to sculpt joints. Because Hot Toys doesn't like to sculpt joints, they'd probably go with rubber, and if they did go with rubber, she'd basically have a full rubber bodysuit, which would limit articulation, and it would also mean that it could crack and break over time. However, her skin is kind of like cracking and kind of has that type of look anyway, so it might actually not even be bad. Come to think of it, I didn't think about that before, but I think that that would be a hard figure for them to make, just figure-wise, because of her outfit. However, so I've been talking too long, my computer's gone down. However, I think that if they did make her, it could be really cool and pretty special. So my fingers are crossed they will make Enchantress. However, if I had to bet on it, I would think that they won't. Then we have Katana. Katana I put in the same league as El Diablo. I think that they might make her. However, they're going to have to make those 5 core characters before her. And again, I wouldn't be super excited for her just because I'm not super excited for her character. She's not a prisoner in this movie. She's just protecting Rick Flag. And although she is part of the team, I'm not super excited for her character just because there are so many other cooler characters that I'm more excited for. However, I would get her just like I get El Diablo to complete the team. Rick Flag, on the other hand, he is a member of the team, and he is kind of like the captain, because he's basically not a prisoner, and he's commanding this group. I wouldn't have any interest in that figure. I think that I probably wouldn't even get him if they did make him to complete the team. I think that I'd just shove him out of the team because I'm not super excited for Rick Flag. He's just a guy basically. Unless the character is really cool and really fun in the movie, then I wouldn't expect them. I wouldn't get him. Whether they will make him or not, I don't think there's a good chance, but I think that there is a chance. If they would have to do Deadshot, Killer Croc, Joker, Harley Quinn, El Diablo, Captain Boomerang, and Katana before they made Rick Flag, I think. I think that if we get all those, then there's a possibility we'll get Rick Flag. And then as far as Amanda Waller, she's a character that's really great. However, I don't think that Hot Toys will make her, and even if they did, I think that I would skip her. But I don't think there's any chance that they would anyway, so there's just no chance. And then we have Slipknot, who is a team player. He is on the team, and he obviously does have some powers, or at least some abilities. However, there's no way they're going to make him, because that guy is so dead. It's not even funny, Suicide Squad is kind of... What makes Suicide Squad kind of unique is that they do kill main characters, and Slipknot is there to die, I can tell you that right now. He will be the first to die pretty early on in the movie, if I had to guess so myself. So there you go, that's my breakdown on these characters, and which ones I think will be made, which ones I think have a possibility of being made, and if they did make them, kind of what I think they turn out to be. Overall, I'm super excited for Suicide Squad. It's my most anticipated movie of 2016, and it has been from the beginning of the year, and every every new piece of advertisement and every new figure just gets me more and more excited for it. So, assuming the movie isn't a colossal disappointment, I am pretty excited for this toy line, and I think that Hot Toys could do something really cool here. It'll be interesting to see if they do venture out of those 3 core characters, but if they do venture out of the characters, it will really push kind of Hot Toys' boundaries, I think, considering a lot of these have really unique looks, like I've discussed about Enchantress, her costume design, as well as like Killer Croc. That would have to take a lot of detail, and that's where Hot Toys could really shine. So overall, I am deeply excited for Hot Toys coming up, and I think that the majority of their Suicide Squad line will be shown at Comic-Con. That's my guess. So overall, I'm super excited. Let me know which characters you want to be made, and which characters you would get if they are made, and the chances of them making these characters. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks, yeah, so just tell me what you guys think of it, and thank you so much.